purpose of Demarco's speech is getting comfortable with visual aids. He's to use his speech and use all of the things that he's learned up until Project 8 to incorporate that with the visual aids. And what we're looking for are things as purpose, organization, word usage, body language, and vocal variety. I have the pleasure of evaluating Demarco. I was his mentor. He just turned 76 about 2 days ago. He has 2 hip replacements and he is doing the dang thing. So without further ado, I would like to introduce Demarco.
All right, everyone, I have 5 to 7 minutes. Not ready yet, timer, but if we can get everyone to turn their seats to the left. Also, Angel is going to be my scribe for today, so we can give you all some visual aids. We're going to go all the way this way, because I'm going to use all this as a stage. All right? Okay, first, by show of hands, do we have anyone, don't be afraid, because we're all family, anyone in here born between 1926 and 46? No? Okay. Anyone with any baby boomers, 46 to 64? How many hands we got? That's 2. Put 2 on there. 3. Okay. 4. All right, Jan.
Yes.
Tell me a memorable U.S. history moment from your childhood. Kennedy, can you write that down, please? Anyone born between 1965 and 1980?
Oh, that's me.
Oh, that's everyone. Okay, Q, you just had a sense. We'll ask your guess. What's your name again, ma'am?
Edie.
Edie. Okay, Edie, can you give me a American history moment from your childhood? Anything.
Okay, well, Clinton and the cigar.
Can we get one more? Anyone else from?
John Lennon.
John Lennon, good. All right, anyone born 1981 to current? Elliot, tell me something memorable from your lifetime, American history.
September 11th.
September 11th. Knew you were going to say that. What do you have, Anthony?
He took mine.
Okay. So I want everyone to think back to, I'm going to make a few random statements. I need you to think back to the last time you heard them. Don't ask why. Just do your job. Don't ask why. Just do your job. Or, I remember when. Now, think back to when you heard those statements and how did you feel? Were you offended? Those statements and your reaction all have to do with generational differences. What I mean by that, if you think, when you leave here today, tomorrow, whenever you want to, Lauren, randomly ask someone, how and when did Kennedy die? I'm willing to bet you $5 you're going to get a lot of different answers. Someone from the vet generation and the baby boomers may be able to relate to John F. Kennedy's death. They'll tell you, they'll shoot it out, bam, bam, shots, Dallas, Texas. Someone between the Generation X and current may give you a totally different Kennedy situation. They may say, oh, I remember that, it was so sad. The plane crashed, Martha's Vineyard. People that fall into groups with Elliot may ask you, who the heck is Kennedy? Okay. Now, a part of us being in Toastmasters is to become better speakers, and as Anthony says, lead well, speak well. So I'm trying to gear my speech onto the leadership part. So for the first time in American history, we have 4 generations all working up in the same building. If we'd have had a larger group today, we could have possibly got someone to fill in that veterans, but we have 4 different generations all in the same building. Yet, I'm quite sure all of us have encountered certain situations where animosity takes place because how someone speaks to you. Now, you have to understand that certain people, for instance, in the vets group, they are going to speak to you totally different from the way Elliot's going to speak to you. I don't know if you noticed the way Elliot speaks. Elliot's kind of informal, real laid back, funny, hilarious guy. You get someone from the vets in Angel's group here, she's made formal, direct, straight to the point. Okay? Now, at work, generational differences affect everything, including recruiting, building teams. Now, this also may inflict misunderstandings, as I just went over. Let's try another analogy. What happens when your family get together? Anyone in here with large family, 10 or more, get together on holidays? Thanksgiving, everybody gets together on Thanksgiving. No one gets together on Thanksgiving in here? Thanksgiving. Think about what usually sets off a family altercation. Someone says something that aggravates someone, right? Someone, you may often hear the older group may say, oh, I remember when. And then you get the younger group, they'll sit there and they'll get to sucking their teeth because they don't want to hear the old stories. Now, every generation has created its own commotion and has entered the adult world. And every generation has things about other generations that they just can't stand. For instance, take myself and my daughter. I'm in the generation of Generation X. My daughter's in the Generation Y. The Generation Y are the multitaskers. They're very social. Facebook, Twitter. However, again pointing out, they're the multitaskers. My daughter can listen to the radio, watch TV, sit there and tweet the same time while I'm talking to her. It frustrates me because I come from a different generation where you had to pay attention when your parents were speaking to you. We all follow? Okay. Now, also, you get the generation, the vet, the old timers. Okay, I can say that because no old timers in here. You get the old timers. They have different characteristics. For instance, for them, when it came to work, it was all about, I don't want to say individualism, but they went to work, no, they didn't went to work. They went to work for a purpose. They believed in going to work, working hard in the factories, going home. Whereas you get the Generation X, they want to have fun at work. They think they have so much liberties. They think they deserve to listen to YouTube at work. They deserve they have a sense of entitlement. Now, does that mean Generation Y or Generation X is wrong? No, it doesn't. But what we all as leaders in training have to do is have to have a better understanding so we can communicate better amongst each other. Any questions on that thus far? Where are we at on timer? No time?
Timer.
Okay, that works. All right.
350.
350. All right. Core values from the veterans.
That's not right.
They respect authority.
I got 6 minutes.
The baby boomers, they're very optimistic. They want to be involved. Generation X, skepticism. They're fun, very informal. Generation Y, realist, confident, and they are extremely social. Twitter, Facebook, they want to put all their business out there like that. The veterans are not going to do that, right? Education for the veterans was a dream. Back in the day, you had to, I wasn't there, I've heard. There was a dream to go to college or certain things like that because you were not afforded certain opportunities that Generation Y is afforded for education. Does that make sense? Do I need to say that again? Okay. The veterans, when it comes to work ethic, very hard workers. The baby boomers, workaholics. Generation X, they eliminate the task, they're self-reliant. Generation Y, what's the next thing that they can do? Because they are the multitaskers. The interactive style of the veterans, very direct, command. The baby boomers, consensual. The Generation X, everyone is the same. Generation Y is TBD, still trying to figure out what they have going on. The messages that motivate for the veterans, messages like your experience is respected, right? Because a lot of the men during that time went to war, so they were respected, their experience. The baby boomers, you're valued and you are needed. Do it your way and forget the rules as the Generation X. And the Generation Y, you will get to work when you get to work. All right, so in conclusion, again, this is a focus on leadership. There are pronounced differences between the generations today more than ever before. What can one expect with the dramatic changes in the world over the last 60 years? Be aware of these differences and how they can help individuals tailor their message for maximum effect regardless of the task. Good business is based on understanding others. The majority of us think the correct way. I like to think that we all have good intentions. However, a lot of us think that our way is the best way. That's not right all the time, Jan. Not right all the time. In business and personal life, that's just not true. To work effectively and efficiently and to increase productivity, one needs to understand generational characteristics and learn how to use them effectively when dealing with each individual. Conclusion. Any questions? None. Zero. I said all that. No questions, Dave? All right, good. Thank you.
Elliot, can we get 2 minutes for evaluation?
All right.